Ever wonder how piano players can create a beautiful arrangement of a song mixing the chords and the melody? That's actually a very powerful advantage of being a piano player. We can play a complete song on our own by creating a beautiful arrangement. But to do that, you need to know how to harmonize the melody with the chords of the song. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 simple steps you need to follow to be able to harmonize the melody with the chords of the song you're playing. You'll be able to create your own beautiful arrangement of any song that you like. For this video, I'll be using the classic song Yesterday by the Beatles. Also, if you'd like to have the PDF version of this video to help you implement these steps in your practice, you can download the free guide in the description just below. So the first step that we need to learn is the foundation with the chords of the song. So we're gonna take a look at the chords we're gonna be using for Yesterday. So the song is in F major, so we have a B flat at the key signature, and the first chord we have is F major. So we have F, A, and C, like this. Then we have an E minor 7. So E minor 7 is E, G, B, and D. By the way, if the 7th notes are still a bit difficult for you, just play the triad chord, it's still gonna work out. But if you want, you can add the minor 7 on top, it's gonna sound amazing. So E minor 7. Then we have the A7. So A7 is A, C sharp, E, and G on the top. We have a D minor, D, F, and A, D minor / C, so we just move the bass down from one note. And then we have B flat major 7. So we have beautiful chords in Yesterday, to be very honest. This is so interesting harmonically, so it's a really good exercise if you want to practice your chord. So B flat major 7, so B flat, D, F, and A. Again, if it's too difficult for you, just play the triad chord like this. C7, so C, E, G, and B flat. We have an F sus4, so F, B flat, and C. And then we go back to F. We have an F / E, like this. And then we have D minor 7, so D, F, A, and a C on the top. We have its G major, so G, B, D, and a triad of B flat, D, and F, and back to F. So that's the first part of the song, the main theme we could say right here. But then in the next section, we have a few new chords we haven't talked about. So we are gonna have a D minor / A, like this. So it's D, F, and A, with an A on the bottom. And we also have a G minor. So it's G, B flat, and D, like this. So this is really the first step, to learn how to play those chords. So you can just go through the chords in root position just to figure out the notes that are in the song. Then try to practice them in the different chord inversion. It's so important to learn inversion. It's really going to be helpful when you start adding the melody. What we can do here is just follow through the sheet music with the right order of the chords. And what I want to do is I'm going to pick chord inversion. So if you're new to this, start doing the same thing with only root position, but then you want to try doing exactly this, moving from one chord to the next using chord inversion. So we can start with F, simple root on the bottom here, just not even a tempo, just going through the chord. So we have F, then we need to have E minor 7, then A. All right, D, D minor / C, then we have B flat, this, C7, then F sus4, then going to F. The bass is moving down, F / E, then back to D minor, 7 this time, G. Then we go to B flat, and we have another F, like this. So as you can see, I stayed basically around the middle, see with my chords, just finding the chord with the chord inversion. Next section, let's take a look. So we go back, it goes with E minor 7, then A7, then we have D minor, C, B flat, D minor / A, and G minor. G minor we could go here too. C7 and F, like this. Then again, E minor 7, A7, D minor, C, B flat major, D minor slash A, G minor, C7. It's basically twice the same chord progression here, and F. So there you go. We have the whole, almost the whole song, because the last section is actually just another chorus playing the same as the first part. Alright, now that you're familiar with the chords, we're actually going to start adding some tempo following the song with the chord inversion, and we're going to try to go through the whole song. We're only going to be playing like quarter notes. It's in very simple rhythm, just to follow through, because there's a few rhythms that are really interesting in this song. Alright, so let's go back. So we have F. This one is for the whole song, so it's very simple. So we only play quarter note. Root note, keep it simple too. Just play one note, just a root. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This one is on 4 before going to B flat major 7. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. All right, so this one goes fast. So we have 1, it's F sus 4. 2 is F, 3, and then 4, we have the bass line moving. Just playing quarter notes here. You don't want to go too crazy for now, because this is learning the structure of the chords in the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a chord change on the second beat. So that's for the first section. That's how you play the first section. You try having like maybe a metronome in the back, and you go through all the chords with chord inversion and only quarter note. And that's already a really good foundation to practice every time you learn a new song. Let's take a look at the next section. It's playing the same thing twice, so it goes back to E minor 7, to A7, then we have D minor. Alright, so this is moving really fast, because it's every time you have a beat, you change the chord. So we have D minor, C, B flat major, D minor slash A, and here 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing again. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, and just like this. If you want, you can even go back from the beginning and change the first chord inversion you're choosing. And everything is going to change, because you're now going to be focusing on chords around this area and try to find chord inversion. So always try to keep your chords around the middle C. That's kind of what I do when I create an accompaniment. It's really where you want to be. It's the medium register. It's perfect for accompaniment. Also, another thing that you can do in step 2 is really to add maybe something on the left hand. Instead of only playing the root note, that's great if you want to start learning the chords, but we can maybe start adding some arpeggios or more movement using the 1 and the 5 on each chord. So let's take a look. We could have like, because F is a longer chord, so we could add 1, 5, 1 during the time we play this with quarter notes. So we could have like 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it gets really interesting, and it feels a little bit more with the accompaniment with the chords. And then we have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. This one is a bit different, but it's still F, so we could actually use the 1, 5, 1. 3, 4, 2, 3. Here we don't really have time to do the whole arpeggio, so you can do 1 and just be 1, 5, and then you move to F, or you can just hold the notes in quarter note here, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would work right here. So that's a great idea for the beginning. Now in the second section, we can keep going. And here, just keep it quarter note. Or if you want to add more movement, we can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Like this. It's a bit much though, so I might be just only playing quarter note for this section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3. Just like this. So arpeggios using the 1-5-1 are so useful, and you can use them pretty much everywhere. So you can try this too in step 2. So you have the chords following the sheet music with rhythm, and you can also add some arpeggios on the left. And by the way, just as a reminder, if you'd like to have the free sheet music of this video to remember all the steps and to practice at home, you can get it down below in the description for free. Alright, now let's dive into step 3, and this is where we're going to start learning how to play the melody. So for this, you actually have 2 options. You can either learn the melody note by note, just like on the sheet music, or you can go more by ear and play a version of the melody with some variation. So you need to respect the tempo, and we need to recognize the song you're playing, of course. So let's play the melody, and we can add the left hand with the root note, super simple. So at first, let's just hold this. We're gonna wait for the arpeggio. So if we go back to the beginning, and let's just play the melody following here. So we have 1 and 2, 3, 4. All right. So it's basically G, F. So G and F to the A, B, C sharp, D, root on the bottom here, and D. 3, 4. All right. Then we have D minor 7, so it's F right here. 3, 4. Just like this. All right, so this is how you play the melody for the first section. Now let's go to the next section. So it goes like A to A again. So here we have a lot of movement because we have quarter note in each hand. So we have D, D and D, going to E and C, B flat and F. Then we go lower here on A, and we have E, D, and back right here to a G minor with the A. 2, 3, 4 again. 2, 3, 4. Like this. So this is how you need to do it. You start learning the melody and you follow the tempo so we can know the song that you're actually playing. Now let's try to add the arpeggio we had earlier in this using still single note a melody on the right hand. Just right now you'll see you already have like a beautiful version of this song. So we could do like 1 and 2, 3, 4. Just like this. Moving to C and then B flat. Right here. So already you can feel that it's so pretty and it feels full. You have arpeggios on the left and the melody on the right. Just like that. All right, so that's for the first part. For the next part, we can do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we can go with very simple here. That's very useful. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what I would do. I would start learning the melody with a single note on the left hand, and then once you're really comfortable with the right hand, start adding beautiful arpeggios on the left, and it start creating this cool arrangement of this song. Now in step 4, this is where we're going to start harmonizing the melody with the notes of the chords that we have on the sheet music. So every time you see a chord symbol, we need to hear the chords below the notes of the melody. You're going to see that this is where you're happy if you know your chord inversion, because this is what we're going to need. The melody always needs to be on the top of everything that you're applying. So if I start on F, we need to have the G from the melody on the top, basically, and we need to use the notes of the chord of F below, right here, just like this. Now you might be asking and wondering, why am I not playing the F? So there's a really good reason for this. It's really close to the melody first, so it's not really pretty and it takes off the focus on the melody. Second, we already play F in the left hand, no need to play it twice. And third, it's going straight to F anyways. So the melody is actually going G and F. So we don't really need to play this at first because we know that we're gonna have an F right after. So what you want to be doing is like this. So we have the chords. Then here we have a rest. So you want to be playing the chords because we need to have the E minor 7, and then you can play the melody. We're going to A7, the C sharp is on top, and you play the chords below. And you keep with the melody. Just single notes like this. D minor. Same thing here as first, I'm not playing the D because we're actually going to the D. Like this. You can replay this chord with the C on the bottom. And then again, we have actually a rest, so we can play the B flat. Like this. C7. So here you have two options. You can either, yes, play the B flat or wait because we're actually going to B flat. So it could be like this. F sus4. So C, F, and B flat on top. And this one is going straight to the major third for the F major. Like this. Lowing with E on the bottom right here. G. Alright, D minor 7. So we have A, C, D, and F. Like this. A. And then G. D. B flat with the F on top. And like this. So this is how you do it. So then we go to the next section. So we need to have E minor 7 with an A on the top. So we could actually use this one, but it feels a little bit close to the melody. So we could actually use the bottom note if you like. So play maybe this one, or if you your hand is like large enough, you can go all the way there. I can't. So anyway, I'm gonna go with 1, 2, 3, 4. And here back to 1. So this is basically just the chord following the chord inversion. Like this. And then we're going to F, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So the only thing that I'm doing here is adding the chords to the notes of the melody when we have a chord. Now let's try to go back from the beginning, but now I'm going to be adding the left hand with the arpeggios and with the chords here. So we can have 3, 4, 4. That's something already, it's getting there. We have something very pretty. The next section, it goes like Very nice. Same thing here. D minor. And we have this beautiful line right here. So already in step 4, it's getting really pretty. We can hear the melody, we have the chords, we already have a nice accompaniment. Moving on to the last step, and this one is really my favorite because this is where you can be creative and create your own version, and where we're gonna be adding some feels, some licks, everything you want to add in there to make it your own. This is where you can do it. So we're gonna use everything we've learned here. We're gonna have the melody, the chords, and then I'm gonna try to add some feels. This song already has lots of notes in the melody, so there's not that much space, but we're gonna see what we can do here to create something unique with the chords and the melody. All right, so let me show you what it sounds like. Alright, so let's take a look at what I just played. So basically I started here with the chords and the melody, but here I'm using this feel that I love so much. It's basically the second going to the 3 of the chords, like this, with the 5 on top. It has a bit of a country bluesy to it, but I kind of like it. So going to E minor, playing the notes, and then here I'm just using again the notes of the chord, playing. Here I used a 6 to harmonize the D on top. It's the same note as the B flat, but it's just using one note below, and it's really nice because 6 are beautiful and they breathe in the accompaniment. So same thing here for the C7, and you can use the E on the bottom. Alright, so for this one, I went to the C. It's kind of a variation of the melody you can do. I feel like it's beautiful, so going here to A, down. Alright, something that I do very often in my playing, I add the add 9 or the add 2, depend how you want to see it, but it's basically the A, so it's with the 3rd below here. So you have like this below the melody, and you have right here just a chord, very simple. You can use arpeggios to move around and go lower if you like. Alright, now in the next section, when I have time, I'm gonna fill with some notes of the chord usually, so I'm gonna have one like this, just replaying the notes that I just played. Like this, same thing here, in 8 notes. Here it's very simple, very basic. I think I also added maybe the 5th sometime, like this, harmonizing the D with its G minor. Here you have a whole bar, so you can basically do whatever you want. You can move with arpeggios, you can add the feel here. So this is kind of the spot if you want to add something, because you have space to do it. It's not playing, you don't play the melody here. So maybe we have like something like this. Maybe on the right hand you can do this. So I'm adding just a note in the middle to add like 8 notes. It creates more intensity when I'm playing. Like this, instead of doing just quarter note, you can can do this. And I'm picking a note of the chords to do this. So, like this one, the one in the middle, like this. It's beautiful, it adds something. So harmonizing C, E, F. And for this one, using some sixth on the bottom here. So you have F, C with the F, so you can just arpeggiate it like this. And I'm just slowing down because it's kind of the end, but it's not, but it's kind of the end. So this is basically what I did. So you can see where I use what I just played in step 4, the melody, the chords, and I'm just adding some more to it. Some feels, adding some arpeggios, and creating my own version. And to be very honest, if you ask me to play this twice, I'm not gonna be able to play it the same way twice. Both are very different. It's using the inspiration of the moment, what I feel like playing. So it's very creative and it's very unique to you and to your own playing. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and if you've learned anything valuable from this video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. It will help the channel grow to help more keyboard players just like you. Alright, bye for now.